Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna get transitioned over here to this side. Here we go. I've repurposed my whole setup here a little bit, and I'm experimenting a little bit with my setup, so we'll see how everything works out. Been playing around with a little bit of OBS and trying to get it to, play and move through things as smoothly as possible. We are gonna do some matches on Tekken. And then we are also going to be talking about a couple things that I saw on YouTube and things I would love to discuss and have some conversations about at some point in time. So we got a lot on our agenda today, and we're gonna get started pretty quick here. Let's go ahead and just get started with a few quick matches right off the bat because I want to keep grinding out with a little bit with Kazuya a bit more. I've also been like customizing my my fight stick a little bit lately. I did some new upgrades to my my fight stick, such as I increased the tension since I'm using a Korean fight stick lever. Increased the tension on it, and I also, I'm ordering some additional parts to help make hitting corners a little easier and a little bit more, not necessarily easier, but more like tighter, so that way I can get these electrics a little bit more consistently. Since I increased the tension, it's definitely been a lot easier for me. However, I'm still struggling with wave dash inputs. I'm definitely better at it now that I've been practicing it, but more importantly, I'm better at it now with these upgrades that I've done to my fight stick. So I think that that's helped a little bit. I think if I just need a little bit more to kind of get that consistency down. I don't think it's just a case of training. I think there's a little bit of like mechanical limitations that I'm struggling with. I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there that have been able to bypass those, that very issue, but I can't seem to do it without some of the adjustments. But it's not to say I can't do wave dashing at all. I just can't master it all the way. It's something I just want to do, I just want to be able to pull it off. Interesting choice at that point. Not really a great idea to do a back teleport right then and there. Nice. Damn, I did not expect that to work. Okay. Take it easy there, champ. Yeah, all those lows kind of gave it away after a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and burn the super real quick. Won't kill, but it will delete all that extra health he could recover. I still gotta watch out for his Rage Art as well as his Heat Smash, so I'm gonna play defensively here. Yep, had a feeling. Yep, just gotta be patient. Actually, it wasn't the move I was trying to do, but okay. Oh, damn, that caught me off guard. That's unfortunate for you. That's really unfortunate for you. Kill. I was trying to do Shikude, but it's fine. Go over here a little bit. I was a little thinking that maybe you may not rematch me, considering how bad of a fight that was for him.
Round one. Fight.
There you go. Surprised he actually took the chance to actually attack him while I was still in plus range there. That was ballsy. That was definitely ballsy. keep doing that. I don't know if he was just trying to troll me, or if that was a legit strategy, or what that was, but either way, that wasn't a smart move. Oh, I got him! Oh, wait, no, I didn't! I had a feeling he was going to go for that low, but I didn't know for sure. I wanted to play it cautiously in that case. I thought for sure that plan of mine would work. Damn. I didn't know you had a running move like that. I think that won't land. Oh no, it did land. Holy shit. That's a lot faster than I thought it was. Nothing personal, yeah. Sure. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Don't pull off the wave dash there. Man, you don't seem to get it, man. That probably works on so many people but me. Oh, wow. Robbery there, man. Just straight robbery. One hit, that's all it took to level that playing field. Guarantee it, he's pissed. He's gotta be pissed. The chances of landing that move on a jab like that. It's kind of picking me apart right now. Nice. Nice. Smart. Slowly picking me apart. He's clearly very upset. He may not rematch me. I don't think he's gonna rematch me. Oh wow, he did.
Witness the results of my training. Round one. Fight.
I wasn't quite ready. Keep him close. Oh, he's gotta be so fuming mad now. He's gotta be so mad. I didn't get the timing right, but that's fine. It worked out. I'm in so much trouble here. Fuck. Raven's actually got some pretty good mid pokes, I'm realizing. Oh, damn, that blows. With another mid option. Step. Nope. Maybe he's vulnerable sidestep down instead. You know, some moves are more sidestep up, but I wonder if he's more vulnerable sidestep down instead. Oh, that sucks for you. He commits way too much to low attacks. I know it worked a lot on me on the last set, but he's just committed too much to it.
Get ready for the next battle.
The third one I always struggle with the most. And even then, I still can't get the wave dashing down when it's like instantaneous, like instant up and down. I still struggle with that.
Round one. Fight.
Let's go. That sucks for him. The fucking troll character. Because he has so much trollish shit, it's funny as hell. That would have been bad there. Oh, it still landed. That sucks for me. Dead. That move was fucking crazy. That's a crazy ass move. I shouldn't have burned that. That's fine. Having fun. Okay, well, this guy just relies on the same tactic I'm noticing. Nice! Shit. Fuck me! Fuck me! Alright. Oh my god, I hate that move. It's such a troll-ass move sometimes. Ba-doop. Ba-da-doo-doo. He might steal a game from here. Oh, I just barely got that one. Oh, I might steal the game back. Fuck me? What? So my strategy did not even make sense to me while I was doing it, but I was just hitting buttons at that point. Because like, if I just keep committing to the attack, I think he's just going to start spamming buttons out of panic. But I didn't expect it to actually legit work. He doesn't know jack shit about frame traps at all. Damn, that works so well on me. I need to stop overcommitting. Yeah, I just gotta back out of the range and just punish accordingly. This guy never blocks low. I'm also noticing he never blocks low. I will make you block low, motherfucker. Nice. There you go. Fucking troll. I was waiting for that one. That's gotta piss him off. He's gonna get reckless now. He immediately backpedal? Yeah, I knew that time. that sucks for him. Alright, let's get into some rings. I think I'm warmed up.
Get ready for the next battle.
Baboo. Kazuya. I know with Evo going on right now, it's gonna be really fascinating to see what's gonna happen, especially with how big like the competition is that's going on at Evolution. I'm gonna be very curious to see if we will see any like Kazuya in much of top 8. I know he's been making some recent debuts, recent showcasings at top 8 due to his buffs and his like higher showcase of play skill, especially now that Reina got brought down a couple pegs. She's still a great character, but she got brought down a few pegs. I still think that she might be stronger than Kazuya currently. I don't know yet. It's kind of hard. Well, I haven't seen her make as much of a splash in tournament play yet since her nerfs. But I would be curious to see if we will see Kazuya outshine her over time. Jin ain't going anywhere. That's clear as day. They made him so good in this game. It's kind of ridiculous. Honestly, I don't even think any nerfs that they could give to Jin would even bring him down from his current roster. Like, I think that he's so strong that he can literally just get nerfed into oblivion and still be a good character. He's that strong. Nice. Jin is definitely a character I still don't really entirely know about. It's definitely a character that I think I'll need to play at some point in time. Like, I can fight her at a fundamental level, but I still don't entirely know her move list. And I think that this is a character I will need to learn in order to deal with at a certain point. She is really threatening, really dangerous character, and really gives me a hard time. Like, just, I find it such a struggle to fight her. I think, like, Lars has always been a demon of mine. Like, definitely a character that I've always struggled against in the series. But I think that she's kind of taken on that new role for me because I just don't know her move list. I don't know what she does.
Round 3. Fight.
I think I'll just have to learn her at a certain point in order to kind of figure out what to expect. Because I don't really know her game plan, per se. What her strategy really is. She seems to be an all-rounder, and even if she is, like, I don't really know what to expect outside of neutral fighting. Like, I don't know her strings. Like, I've seen a lot of them, but a lot of them kind of I don't identify all the time. I don't recognize a lot of the animations all the time. There we go. Simple poke game. That's pretty good at his movements. Yep. Wow, what a read on his end. I mean, it may have been predictable, but still, that's a hard read there. I thought for sure I was going to land that.
Muscle. Round 1. Fight.
Yep. Tekken. That's such absurd damage. How much damage you can get off of a punish is crazy to me. Fuck me. I think that was an input error on his end. I think he screwed up. Wow, I did not expect that to work. I was expecting him to start mashing buttons, but not like that. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that would land. Boosh, boosh. I love a lot of Tekken 6's music. Tekken 6 has some great soundtracks. Not the biggest fan of some of the stages though in Tekken 6. There's a lot of bland stages, except for like a few of them. There's like 1 or 2 stages I really like in T6, but the music in T6 is great. I still think that T7 has the best music, but T6 has some pretty good songs, like some serious bangers.
Get ready for the
I like 2 or 3 songs in Tekken Tag 2, like a handful of songs from Tekken Tag 2 I genuinely like, but I think most of the songs in Tag 2 are kind of a miss.
Round 1. Fight.
Hit! Keep him trapped here on the ground. Wow, you got it right. There you go.
Round 2. Fight.
Good. Wall. Fuck me. That worked. Yes. Nice. That quick back step there. Fuck me. That was lucky. That was lucky. I just had him sneak in the right hit at the right time. He just kept dropping his momentum. He had an opportunity to keep pressuring me, and I kind of froze up for a little bit there. Because he stopped pressuring me, I was able to recover. He's really good at out-poking me, though. I mean, Kazooie doesn't have great poke game, but still. See him practicing K-dashing right now. That I can do it that much better, but especially not on this side. Let's switch spots here. Can't quite do it right now. I'll just go ahead and throw it. Boosh, boosh, boosh.
Round 1. Fight.
Damn. Okay. That works. Got a great whiff punish there, but great opportunity to capitalize on it. I'm surprised he jabs as frequently as he does. Kind of surprising me. Oh, did he just rage quit? I think he rage quit on me. I think he just quit there. Oops. Sucks.
Get ready for the next battle.
Boo. Boo, boo, boo.
Get ready for the next battle.
I'm good. For now. For now. Not yet. I don't know why, but that outfit reminds me a lot of that look from Metal Gear Solid 5, Eli's design. It reminds me a lot about it. It's not just the coat, it's just everything, like the blonde hair, the coat. It'd be kind of cool if they added, like, embroidery that you can put on outfits at any point in time. Yes. Okay. Damn. Steve is still a tough matchup for Kazuya. I mean, I don't struggle with. It's not like he's not like that he's a character I struggle against. But with Kazuya, it's definitely a matchup that I think that is much more difficult for him than it typically would be. Again? Opponent is playing a little strange to me. I'm not expecting these things. Not what I wanted, but that's fine. It works. Damn, okay. He's keeping me in check right now. He's doing a great job keeping me in check. Definitely lack of knowledge there. Couldn't do a laser. Wow, that worked. That worked. I'm always surprised at how much damage the unblockable laser does. It has a big tell on it. Like, definitely lets you know that it's coming. Hey, welcome to the streams. Good to see you. Welcome back again. Oh, thank God they made those grab changes. That was one of my biggest gripes with this game when it first released. Was the fact that it throws with track. I'm like, that was such a huge change in previous games. Dang, might work out the way I wanted it to, but okay. He over-gambled there. Damn, I went right underneath that jab. I went right underneath that jab. Slipped and dicked. I was trying to like sidestep on the opposite side of the swing, so that way I can get on his backside and land the rage art, but it didn't work out. Very strange opponent. I am not following his logic at all. Yeah, okay. Man, that must track homing. At the very least, its startup must be so damn quick that it practically tracks homing. You hit me with that so many times now. I remember it now. I went back and tried to play with Harong to see if I could improve on their what.
Get ready for the next battle.
I do hope that when I get my new parts for my arcade stick that it will drastically improve my consistency, because what I notice, what happens when I try to do wave dashing is, since I've got my new part, doing 90% of the input is much easier, because the return to my neutral is a lot quicker, so I can be a lot more consistent about letting go and getting that neutral input the way I want it to. What happens is that when I do the down to forward input, I get stuck on the corner every frigging time, and I don't complete the full cycle to the front of it. But I'm hoping that these changes will help. Shit, okay. Yeah, I'm fighting a much more experienced player. Yeah, this is definitely someone who knows his Mishima is. You can just tell by the feel of it. Right now I got a good health lead though. God, great position. That's just bad luck for him. He was in a really bad position there. I went back and played Tekken 7. Oh, really? How'd you feel that worked out? Is there still people playing that game right now? Like, have you fought anyone online? I'd imagine there's still a small, tight-knit community that still play it, because, you know, probably prefer that one compared to the changes of this one, but you're still gonna find a bigger play race in the newer game. That's just the truth of it. Not that that's a problem. This motherfucker has great defense. He knows his shit. Bam, bitch. That sucks for him. He was getting carried away, pressing buttons at the wrong time. Yeah, there's still some people playing it. Well, how's your experience with it? Do you feel like you made some growth after coming back to the older game?
Round one. Fight.
Oh damn, that's a hell of a trap there. I've never seen that before. He must be furious! He must be so mad after that one. God, like, I don't think I know a character that has so much robbery the way that Kazooie does. He has such a robbery factor. You can just steal games with a single bit of momentum. He likes to use that move. Fuck. Great pokes. Great pokes. Smart pokes. Oh shit, I'm in trouble. Fuck me, that does so much damage. Ah, shit. Getting wiped. He's definitely making me sweat a little bit here now. Getting a little bit of jitters from this fight. Let me go. Oh no, it's instantly. Oh no. Okay. Woof! Talk about close. Definitely getting some matchups right now.
Get ready for the next battle.
Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, I'll take some water, but also can you grab the grapes?
Round one. Fight.
I think it's still a character I kind of struggle a little bit with. I definitely have gotten a little bit more used to fighting him, but I just don't know his entire move list. Or like the best way to approach him, honestly. I'm starting to recognize some of the animations though after fighting him enough times. But there's still that every once in a while where I get stuck with his traps. Nice. Fuck me, man. Let's see if I can steal this momentum back here. And I think I just did. I'm trying to get better at other fighting games to see if I can improve, like, team-based fighting games or execution-based fighting games. Like, which games have you been playing lately? Like, which ones have you been engaging with? Damn, I'm surprised he actually fucking challenged that. Oh, that was his panic button there. That was him panicking straight up. He got scared. Just smashed the hell out of that button. Gotta wait for him to do a punish move, right? He's gotta have a move that's punishable. Damn, is that gonna kill me? That might. I don't think that'll kill me. Like King of Fighters, Marvel vs. Capcom, the old Street Fighter games. Okay, I hear ya. About like the versus style games and stuff like that, right?
Get ready for the next battle.
That one's a little sour. Where did we get these from? These are actually very sour.
Get ready for the next battle.
I did hear that they're planning on adding a team-based mode to Tekken 8 at some point in time, or at least there's discussions about that happening. Huh, I didn't quite work out that way. I suppose that was stupid. I lose this because of that. Whew. That move was so cheesy. Wow, he challenged it. Ballsy. That or he doesn't know about the string itself. Damn, nice carry there. This match is so unstable. Not a big fan of the stage because of this. Fuck me. I know you don't like this character, but I'm trying to improve with Rock. Oh, come on, really? I actually think Rock Hour is actually a really fucking cool character. I have no issues with Rock at all. I hate this map because for some fucking reason, there's something wrong with this map. Every time I play on this map, it fucks with my graphic settings. And it just totally, like, hurts the quality of my game. There's something wrong with this map. There's too much going on with it. If I could ban this map, I would. Just because of the fact that it does this shit to my PC every time. I know my hardware can run this, but it struggles with this particular map every so often. And it really fucking annoys me. And it's just this map. Rock Howard's actually a really cool character. I liked him since his debut in Mark of the Wolves. I thought that he was a really cool new protagonist. I like the idea of a geese hybrid. No, I love hybrid characters. Hybrid characters are some of my favorite. And the reason why is because, like, traditional characters are really fun and all, but hybrid characters, like, take what they are and elevate them to 11. This guy fucking killed me. Oh, there goes my win streak. Characters I'm not a big fan of in most, like, KOF games are the really wacky ones that are just kind of awkward and weird. Like Choi. I'm not a big fan of that character. Sure, the character's plenty fun to use, but, you know, because it is such a wacky character, but I don't like the design of Choi. I don't like the design of Chang. I don't like the design of, Duolin, or whatever the hell his name is. I'm just not into their designs. I think they're very, like, niche design character archetypes. That was close. He could have stole the game from me with that little error there. didn't get the second input. I am not getting that second input for some reason. Like, I keep trying to repeat the electric, but I can't get it out. My opponent's kind of making some strange choices, honestly. Oh, that didn't work out. That wall fucked me. That wall totally fucked me. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling you were going for a fucking low. There I go, opening my mouth again. Let's go. Thank you, wall, that time around. Omniscience Reader's Viewpoint is getting a anime adaptation. Is that a manga? I go fuck with my settings again real quick. Every time I play on that map, it fucks with my settings. I really like that map. It's a really cool stage, but it's got too much shit going on in the background, and it fucks with my graphical settings. Every time. Every fucking time. It screws with my graphical settings. Really bugs me. There's something wrong with that stage. It's not optimized. I suppose it could be that maybe my PC is getting too hot. Maybe, I don't know. I did not know that Naruto and Ninja Turtles are getting a comic crossover. How's that gonna work? Like, is it like, I don't know who's in charge. I think it's DC that owns Ninja Turtles, right? In any case, I think, so is it like DC including Naruto into their world? I mean, it would make sense. They're both ninjas, both comic book and you know, both media outlets involve ninjas. I'm not too familiar with the Naruto universe overall, but I'm somewhat familiar with it, so it makes sense to me. But is it like DC's property and they're the ones who just bought a licensing to have those characters in there, and they're just gonna have like Batman v Superman style kind of shit where the bad guys against each other, or are they doing like the Public Enemy situation where they're coming together for a common cause kind of thing? I don't know. Or there's no details about it at this point, maybe. Bebop. They have a troll player. This guy's a troll. This guy's a troll. That axe kick is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can tell that he actually is much better than what he is. He's just being a giant troll. Goes. The way you can tell that someone's actually pretty good at the game and they're not like playing the game seriously and like actually like trying to beat you is how frequently they actually block moves. He was blocking all of my like moves right off the bat. I mean, I'll fight him again if he wants to fight me, but I don't think he's gonna take me seriously. I think he's just fucking around. He's just, you know, chilling. Which is fine. Whatever. Easy points for me, I guess, but you can tell when they see like that block there, that's someone that's an experienced player. Yet his attacks don't match up with his defense. Is it possible maybe he's learning a brand new character? Is that possible, I suppose? But I don't think that is the case. I think this guy's just being a big troll. He's gonna end it quick as possible. 3 points for me, I guess. I don't mind. Didn't know about that frame trap though, for some reason. Yeah, I have him pegged wrong. I was expecting him to know that. Oh, no. Low, no, okay. Low, no, okay. Low, no, okay. Fuck. People like to do that all the time in these games to troll. Yeah, it's just the nature of it. I mean, I'm just the wrong opponent that he's trolling, but I don't think he genuinely cares overall. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing it, you know. But he just doesn't care. He's just whatever. I'll just, you know, turn my brain off and let me hit some buttons. But I know that he knows how to play the game a lot better because he's blocking moves that are unusual to block. Like, he's clearly blocking my hell sweeps, so he understands the animation. His brain is kicking in to identify animation cues like this. But whatever, I don't care. He does whatever he wants to do.
Get ready for the next battle.
But yeah, I mean, you're just doing a lot of weird things on Tekken King player. Why the hell am I getting matched up against a Tekken King player? What in the world? What is with this game's matchmaking system? I'm gonna get fucking wrecked.
Round 1.
He gets a June at that. Look at that huge difference between me and them. Just don't know that string. It's a pretty nifty little string there. It's gonna do a lot of damage, but not in bad position to be in. I just don't know any of these strings of hers. Fuck. He knows I like to sidestep. Now he's homing me to keep me from doing it. Nice! Wow! This guy's been practicing that for days. Holy shit. He's gonna try to style on me there. I'm a little surprised with that one. Fuck. This guy's way better than me. Way better than me. And it shows. Nice. I'm at least able to like put up a hell of a fight though per round. Holy shit, she just kept going. I'm not surprised by that one. The heart beats so fast every time you go online, and I go to a tournament, so I'm trying my best to get better at not being so nervous. Don't worry about trying not to be nervous. That'll make you more nervous. Don't think about being nervous. Don't think about the prospect of trying not to be nervous. If you want to know how to get unnervous around something, there's only one way through it. Exposure. Keep going. Eventually, it'll just fade away. That's how you get past nervousness. It's not a mindset thing. It's an exposure thing. The more you keep doing it, the less nervous you'll become because it'll become normalized to you. You'll get used to it because you've been around it so much time. So if you want to get used to it, it's only through exposure does it go away. There he is. You got June as a Tekken King, Alyssa as a Tekken King, June and Alyssa. Have a thing for the ladies. Interesting.
Get ready for the next battle.
I really hate Tekken's like statistical system, like how it like tracks your stats. I don't think it's very good. I also don't think the rank system is very good in my opinion, but no, whatever. It feels like a progression, but I think it's not very good at actually like leveling out actual skill levels. I can't remember the name of this song, but everyone picks it for this stage. I can look it up real quick. I think it's Electric Fountain from Tekken Tag. Tekken Tag 2, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's a Tekken Tag 2. But I'm pretty sure it is. And I'd pick it for this stage because it's the perfect fit for this stage. You know, when you got all these lights going on like this, it's the perfect interpretation of Electric Fountain. I also did not like that stage in Tekken Tag 2 though either. I didn't think it was very like aesthetically it looks cool, but in practice when you saw it in the game, I did not think it looked good. That was just my perspective on it. I didn't like the Electric Fountain stage at all. I like the music though. He's got a button hotkeyed for one throw only. You can tell when people will have a hotkeyed button for one move when they keep doing it over and over again, especially with throws. Yeah, because it's always the right-handed throw. It's always a right-handed throw. It's not because it's a habit for him. It's that literally he has a button that does a throw for him. Not that that's a problem. That's fine. The game allows that, but you nerf yourself when you do that because now you can only you're gonna fall into a habit of relying on a single throw over and over again, and that's not good because once the opponent knows which throw you're using, they can just reactively do it every fucking time. fucking PC freaking out?
Round 3. Fight.
My opponent's playing interesting. Yep. Okay, let's start turning this around a little bit. Nice, interesting. Okay. I don't think that'll kill, as much as I wish it would. I don't think that'll kill. I think it's too much damage nerf, but he won't have any recoverable health. His health will be as low as mine. So it just comes down to a neutral read. That's it. There we go.
Round 4. Fight.
Oh, fuck me. That was my fault there. Fuck me. Fucking same throw every time.
Final round.
I'm gonna start with the low right away. Oh wow, that interesting approach. Fucking dickhead. Gotta give him that one. Gotta give him that one. I did not expect him to pull that shenanigans with me. There goes my graphics setting again.
Fight.
Strange opponent. You asshole! He's really fucking testing me right now. Alright. I wish that would not home. That has too many properties to it. It really shouldn't home. That'd be the perfect nerf for it, honestly. And it's something that they will change in the next patch. I do think that needs to be changed.
Round 3. Fight.
Range. Okay. It worked. I did not expect that. Fuck. There you go. Gambling it. Just fucking gambling it. Sucks. I tried to do the input. There you go. I might steal the game here. Got a huge health lead there. That guy played like an asshole. He played like an asshole. Real dick. The real dick about it. My Adventure Bands with Superman is greenlit for a 3rd season. Okay. I watched like the first 3 episodes of season 2. I haven't got caught up with it yet. I've been kind of preoccupied as of late, but so far the second season's starting out pretty good. I do like the animation style. I still think that they do a great job with the animation style of it. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with the Superman that James Gunn, I think it is going to do with the new like rebooted Superman DC world. I know a lot of people are very upset about Zack Snyder's departure of the Snyderverse and stuff like that, but as much as I enjoyed like the Snyderverse version of the Justice League, and there are certain elements of like Henry Cavill being a great Superman at that, a great cast at that, I just don't think that Zack Snyder has the right vision for a character like Superman. I don't think his envisionment of that character is accurate at that. As cool as he is at making amazing visual directorial decisions, and it has some great moments of creative approaches, I think that you need someone that's a little better at the writing and the emotional directorial element of things. I don't think that Zack Snyder is great for that kind of element of comic books, that kind of comic book storylines. I think that he needs to focus, like if I was Snyder, I would focus more on like more things that are more similar to like 300 when it comes down to not necessarily just doing more 300 stuff, but I like dark and gritty stuff. That is his strength. I think Zack Snyder would be a great Spawn director. I would love to see him do Spawn, something along those lines. I would love to see a Zack Snyder Spawn movie. Oh, fucking, I screwed that up. Damn. I think so many people are tired of the whole evil Superman trope. I don't think it's a trope. I think it's just an interesting, it's an interesting premise of storytelling. But I think that the reason why people are tired of seeing the evil Superman in comparison to the other Superman is because it's dichotomy. It's an exact dichotomy of the actual character archetype. It's not the Superman that people want, because it's not Superman himself at all. It's a different version of Superman that people don't enjoy, because it's not designed to be enjoyable. It's not what people want to see. I also think that it's another component of people are tired of it because Batman fills in that role. You've got that's the whole premise of like Superman and Batman, is that there's supposed to be like 2 different flavors of superhero genres. Well, if you move Batman into the dark trope, then he's naturally going to be competing with Batman, and Batman has the advantage there. He's the character that's supposed to be playing the the darker versions of those storylines. That's his thing. So you're just naturally making it less interesting. I had a brain fart. I had a fucking brain fart. I had a massive brain fart there. I was like, what was my combo again? I forgot what it was again. I had a complete brain fart moment. I had an input error there. My PC is not doing so hot right now, I'm noticing. Shit. Fuck me. Damn. Thought he was gonna definitely go for a low poke. Damn. Fuck me. I'm not sure if he's like frame trapping me, but at the very least he's doing a great job of fighting me in that neutral there and just kind of picking me apart. Definitely like death by 1,000 cuts there. He's got his movement down pretty good. Nice. Nice. He's killing me here. This guy's straight murking me now. Oh, I'm in so much trouble here. Nice. Definitely styled on me there. Still a big difference between me and that level of play. Damn. Look at that, his defense at 75. Woof. I don't like this stat system right here. This thing right here, I think it sucks. Legitimately, I think it sucks. It's not very transparent about what it actually means. And I get that, like, it's supposed to be like, you know, how many knockdowns that you get, how many KOs that you get, or whatever jack shit like that. I don't think this is very transparent. I think that the CFN on Street Fighter is way better because it actually shows you wins, loss, moves that you favor, moves that you do. It shows you statistical evidence of what you're doing. This is very vague. I don't like that at all. This is my biggest gripe with this game and this series in general is how they do their stats like this. I genuinely think that they need to change this and do it more like the way that Street Fighter does it. That's my personal opinion.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yep. Okay, so where did I drop that input?
Get ready for the next battle.
Another Brian. Another Brian.
Round one.
Brian.
Fight.
He used to be a lot more manageable compared to the previous guy I just fought. Get. Damn, dude. Okay, there you go. Opening my mouth again. Getting checked. Get. Damn. Okay. Let's get cereal. Damn that move. Fuck me, man. The delay on some of Brian's moves always kind of catches me off a little bit. I swore I hit 1+2. I swore I got 1+2. I don't understand that. It did not work. That does not make any fucking sense to me. I definitely hit 1+2. This is also a tough stage to be fighting Brian in because he really needs to get close. He really needs like the wall to be that much more threatening. You can fight without it, sure, but it's just a lot harder. Fuck me. Especially because like of those disjointed hitboxes that Brian's got at fighting at neutral, it makes it a lot harder to fight him at that range. No. And when you're fighting in a stage that's this big, it really comes down to poke game. And Kazuya just doesn't have great pokes. He's got a few, it's just nothing that's great, nothing that's outstanding. Bad damage. Fuck. Damn that! Okay. It's me just forgetting the combination there. Lack of knowledge. Yep. There we go, we got him close to the wall here. This is where we want to be right here. Me. And all that momentum just gone like that. Fucking A. That kick. My opponent's really good at blocking. Like, really good at blocking, actually. Way better than I would expect from someone within our ranks. Like, very good at blocking. Fuck me, man. This guy's defense is like ironclad. Fucking A. That disjointed ass fucking hitbox. That motherfucking disjointed ass hitbox. My fist clipped his fucking cheeks and it still fucking acted like it wasn't there. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Fucking A. This guy. Oh my god. Crazy. Woof. Look at that. That defense at 78. Don't know what that means, but I know it's really high.
Get ready for the next battle.
Fucking unbelievable.
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Really? There we go. Just play the cheap ass shit. Be cheap as fuck. Yikes. 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 Oh god, Nelly. Shit. Fuck. Couldn't break that shit. Couldn't break it at all. That was ballsy to go for that move in particular. Damn. He knows how to do his setups, okay. Damn, dude. Fuck me. I think I need to get a better like cooling system for my PC because I think that's what's happening every once in a while when I'm doing OBS at the same time as playing Tekken 8. I think it causes my PC to overheat, and that's what's causing the stuttering. I think I'll just need to upgrade my my cooling systems. Thank God for that sidestep. I did not know this, but Justin Wong's team in Street Fighter Cross Tekken was Chun-Li and Hwoarang. I could totally see that. He, if you haven't noticed, Justin Wong has a thing for like kick characters. He really likes his characters to have like fancy footwork. He always picks like, you know, strong characters because he's a professional player. So he'll pick characters based on their strengths and how good he can like utilize their strengths. That is his whole jam, but he also has an affinity for characters with like really fancy footwork. And that might have been because of like Chun-Li's third strike in particular. Fuck. Didn't bound him. Sucks. Oh my god. Not what I wanted, but okay. Now, fortunately, my brother plays this character, and I know those combinations now. Fun.
Get ready for the next battle.
Slowly working my way out of the red ranks. Slowly.
Get ready for the
You know the funny thing is, like,
battle.
I think Jin will be my main in this game. I still haven't established a main yet, and I would probably end up maining Jin in this game. However, after taking the time to learn Kazuya, I forgot how to use Jin. I forgot how to use the character I think I'm going to end up maining in this game. Which is kind of funny because I've been spending so much time playing Judy lately. He's a lot of fun. Like, I really like him. Nice. Fuck me, that's gonna hurt. I can't sidestep right now, it's kind of fucking weird. Damn! Damn! The only one that's got armor, though. Oof. Someone told me to play Rock in Tayla in Tayla 15 because he might be a little bit similar to Fatal Fury City of the Wolves version of Rock. I felt that way too. Started playing Lars not too long ago. I went back to playing my main Harami, and I feel like I've forgotten some things. Yeah, it's typical. It's a normal thing that happens. It's something that I've learned when I've played so many different fighting games that, like, you know, you forget certain things and things go away. You usually remember them after, like, at least 2 days of playing, like, going back to playing your other character. It comes back after, like, the second day. But it is funny to me that it's happened right now, and I'm like, oh, wow. Of all the characters, I would forget how to use Jin, because I've, like, played decades with that character in the past. I didn't think I'd ever forget how to use that character. Even though he is a slightly different version in this one, actually very different version in this one, it's still, like, he's close enough where it's pretty noticeably the same character. It's not gonna kill. I read that like a fucking book. Oh, I know this character. I know what you're gonna do now. I fought her plenty of times now. Okay, the problem with this guy, he's found a like a really good string to keep using over and over again. That's the problem with this guy. He's figured out a string that works against like 70% of players, but once someone knows about it and they know how to like anticipate it, he struggles. Here I am running my mouth and now I'm getting my fucking ass whooped. He has adjusted a little bit. I'm trying to sidestep downward, but I can't get it. I can take it all, though. Let's start right away with the kick. There we go. I had a feeling I was going to land first. Yeah, put you right back in the corner now. Nice. And you can't help yourself with hit buttons, can you? Good fight. Lars is a character that I'm eventually going to have to learn in this game because as much as he's a demon for me, and I've fought him plenty of times between Tekken 6, Tekken Tag 2, Tekken 7, not a lot Tekken 7, but enough, because I didn't play Tekken 7 that much. But I fought him a lot in Tekken 6, so I'm kind of pretty familiar with his move list for the most part. I think I mostly want to learn him because I want to understand the mindset of a Lars player. Like, what are they thinking when they enter his stances? Because that's the big thing I'm struggling with, is like getting into the mindset of what is a Lars player trying to do exactly. That's where I struggle against Lars players, because like, if there's ever a character that I struggle the most against in the Tekken games, it is Lars, like by far. Like even in this one, it's still Lars. I have a higher win ratio against Lars than I do against characters like June, who I don't know the move list at all. And I have a higher win ratio due to my experience with fighting Lars, but I don't understand their mindset, what they're thinking, and what they're strategizing when they're doing their moves. So I think I might have to learn the character in order to figure out how to get past that issue. I think I'm in for a rough ride here. Oh. Go. There you go. Nice. Do I like King of Fighters? I do. I think King of Fighters is a really fun fighting game. It's a fighting game I really enjoy. I have problems with Tekken King of Fighters though. I don't think it's a perfect fighting game. I think it's a really great. I think it's a great fighting game. I have a lot of issues with it. One of my biggest gripes with the game, especially KOF 15, is there's not a lot of single player content in the game. Yeah, the arcade mode is there, and you got endings for every character and every team. Not necessarily every character, but at least every team. So there's a lot of content there. But that to me is artificial content. That's not real, like, engaging content. That's really like there to actually like keep people engaged. Like, for me to enjoy a fighting game is I'll enjoy the fighting game element, but I want my package to be very full and complete. I want there to be like stuff to do when I'm not playing the game online. I want activities that I can do away from the game. That's why I really like Street Fighter 6, the World Tour mode. It's not a perfect mode, and some people are not gonna like it, and I think it's perfectly valid not to enjoy it. But I personally think it's great because I can okay, I don't need my mind to be stimulated all the fucking time. Sometimes I just want to hit a few buttons and turn my brain fucking off, and I don't want to play against another player. And that's what that game mode allows me to do. It's a great like entry level game mode that allows me to like just enjoy the fucking game a little bit and not worry about things. Another great example, like Mortal Kombat is a great example of that as well. Like they have all these like challenge game modes that you can do. Where like, you know, they had the towers and ways to earn like the crypt and, you know, in certain other game modes that they had in previous games. Jesus Christ, it's gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, look at that gray bar. Shit. And that's my biggest gripe with King of Fighters in particular. I just don't think that it has a lot of actual content in the game for casual play. That's my issue. I don't think it's very casual friendly. I got pretty decent at the game. I definitely got to the point where I was able to like play the game at a level where I really enjoyed it. But I have to enjoy my games as a casual player first before I enjoy it as a competitor. Because I eventually tune out with the games. Because I eventually move on to other games eventually. I'm not a professional player. Oh shit. And sure, some people would say that you don't need to be a professional player to like, enjoy King of Fighters. I agree with that, but there are other fighting games I want to play, and if this game can't capture my interest for a larger time than that, then, you know, there are other fighting games too. And $70 is a high asking price now too. I think that's a big thing for me right now. Is as cool as City of the Wolves looks, I'll definitely be playing it, and I'll play it a lot. But if it doesn't have a robust single player fucking shithead. Damn this asshole. If it doesn't have a robust single player content, it's gonna really like be hard for me to stick with the game for a really long time. time he's knocked down, he does that. Be right back on the wall. There we go. Alright, I'm expecting him to do it again. Kind of chipping me apart right now. Yup. Fuck me, man. Look how much damage that does. I tried to do Rage Art right after that, and I had a misinput. I tried to do Rage Art right after that. That would have killed if I had landed my Rage Art. But I made a misinput. I'm a little salty about that. I'm a little salty bitch about that one. Damn that asshole. Okay. Dickhead. Tough matchup. Really wish I hadn't fucked up that move earlier. That Rage Art earlier. But it is what it is. Still alive, still in it. This guy's giving me a fight here, man. Damn that move. Go. Oh, guy. That was a shit. He fell for the bait. He fell for the bait. Let's go. Let's go. Good fight. That was a tough fight. Fuck me. Good opponent. That was a really good opponent. He had his neutral game down pretty fucking good. What is his defense at? Really high. 98. That's... yeah. Holy shit. He probably doesn't have that many matches overall. I think that's somebody's alt. That's where I'm screwing up right here. See if you can see the mouse here. Okay. This right here is where I'm screwing up. I do the forward input and I do the down to forward, but I missed the forward input too soon and I let it back to neutral. That's why I'm getting this input screwed up so much. That's my inconsistency problem. So I'm hoping that with my next attachments that I'll be putting onto my fight stick, my new customization, I'll reduce the risk of letting go, like getting stuck on this input. So that's my current plan. Hopefully it works. Still stuck in this rank. Even on the right game mode? That's why I didn't go back to fucking rank. I was like, I subconsciously went to fucking quick play and totally forgot about ranked. My god. This whole time I thought I've been playing ranked. I'm like, how the fuck have I not ranked up by now? And I totally forgot about it. Because I haven't been playing ranked. My brain turned off for a little bit. Are you gonna try Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? I'm gonna watch people play it first before I play it. I still know very little about the game. And to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of arena fighting games in general. But if it looks cool, even if it's like unbalanced or whatever the fuck it is, I'll definitely play it. What matters the most to me is it's fun. I haven't played a Budokai style game in a long fucking time. But I'm gonna wait first because I am skeptical revolving around the marketing around the game. I would like to know more about like what the game is willing to provide later in the future, or like, you know, what the game is willing to like show us, like what kind of experience people are going to be having. I would love to hear people's criticism about the game.
Round one.
I'm very selective nowadays about my games. You know, I make sure that whatever games I purchase, it's going to be a game that I know that I'm going to be really invested into. And this guy's going to be really above me. He's going to totally deny me my rank. Look at that fucking sidestep. Holy shit. That was deep as hell. They got monitor controls for Dragon Ball, really? Who is developing Budokai anyways? Is the publisher Namco Bandai? Are they the ones that publishing it? Yeah, I was trolling a little bit there. Okay. Namco's got a very good reputation. It's pretty rare that they actually make a game that's like not complete or not riddled with bugs. I trust them more than I do with most other AAA publishers. Like, my biggest gripe with like buying video games right now is making sure that I buy a game that actually feels like not only is it worth $60 and I'm getting my money's worth out of it, but I don't feel like I'm being fucking taken advantage of, you know? Like, I'm in the mindset now of like, if your game isn't finished by the time that you release it, then I'm just gonna wait until it's discounted and I'll wait for it to be a finished product then. You know, so I'm really hesitant about something like that. I'm not saying that Dragon Ball FighterZ is going to have that exact issue, but That is what has been driving me now about whatever games I purchase. Nowadays, I actually purchase older games now. I've been buying a lot of older games back from like previous generations that were fully finished games that have all their DLCs. They're like fucking $10. You know, that to me is more value in that way. Still alive, really? Damn, that damage scaling must have been pretty intense. I had a window there, and I missed it completely. I had a window there. His arm was out there for whiff punishing, and I missed it completely. Damn, that was a hell of a dodge there. Nice read. That was a hell of a read. Holy shit, talking mushrooms. You make that a read in that moment? That was a fucking ballsy ass move there. Go ahead and do this. No. Yep. They've been working on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero since 2018. Yeah, that's an old game for them to be working on it. 6 years of development, that's a really long time. I know that, like, video games nowadays are taking longer and longer to develop, you know, but 6 years is a really long time. That's over half a decade. That's usually, I'm not saying a bad sign, that can be a bit of a red flag sometimes. Because that means that the game is, like, built for, like, an older design, you know? Not necessarily going to be the case, though. It could be that they just genuinely made a great game, you know? It just depends on the developer's approach to it. But usually you don't want to be stuck in development hell for too long, because then, you know, the vision of the game can change, get compromised. This guy's moving, man. Fuck me. Damn. Steve is a tough matchup against Kazuya, too. Because, like, Steve can out-punch Kazuya, which makes it hard for Kazuya to establish his actual, like, strength, which is, like, his pressure. Damn, I'm gonna lose this. I'm definitely gonna lose this. Yeah, I might get it. Here we go. Damn, that backpedaling that he's got there. That motherfucker's been practicing the hell out of green backdashing. I didn't mean to key charge. That was an accident. My hand fucking slipped. Nice read. Hockey mushrooms. Oh, baby. Overextended is super hard. Nice. Nice. Damn. I'm not getting my inputs. Damn. Fuck. All that mid pressure, all those mid strikes. Damn. Is that really a mid? That was a mistake doing that move. He's got good reactions. Backpedaling the viz. I think I gotta delay it as much as I can. There you go. Cheap as shit. That move is so cheap. Oh shit. Yeah, just chasing after each other and stopping midway. Nice. Ah, you might steal the game from me here. Rage art? Yeah, you won't use the rage art now. Oh! Good fight, good fight. Oh, that one exhausted me. I need a break. That one legit made me tired. I legitimately feel drained after that one. That one was exhausting. Let's do some discussion stuff. Okay? We're gonna do some discussion stuff for a little bit here. I've got the exact topic that we're gonna be talking about here. I know exactly what we're gonna be chatting about because been thinking about this subject matter for a little while. And somebody happened to post a video about it, and that makes me very happy because now I know I'm not alone in this thinking specifically. So I know that other people have been thinking about it at the very least, and I think that someone did a great job discussing it in their video recently. So we're gonna check it out and react to it together. And I'm very excited to talk about it. Let's go ahead and change this real quick. All right. So, we're gonna be checking out this video called Honest Characters in Tekken 8. And this video is from Bogard MG. He's got a great YouTube covering like video analysis of characters. Not really analysis, but more like video essays about his thought processes on characters. And I thought that he does a great job, and I find his input very interesting and very engaging. And I think that's very nice to hear from a perspective that's very casual too. So it's very it's your typical fighting game player's experience, and I think that's very interesting to look at it from their point of view. So I would love to see what he's about to talk about here.
Any experience with Tekken, or any fighting game really, you've almost certainly heard the term honest used to describe a character and their playstyle. Many content creators and pro players in the community will throw around this term, generally to describe the fairness level of a character. These characters rely on basic principles of the game that we'll discuss soon, to outplay their opponent rather than utilizing unfamiliar gimmicks or overpowered moves to win. Does this sound confusing and subjective yet? Because it is. The word honest has been used so widely by so many different people over the years that agreeing on a character being honest is basically impossible these days. There's not one single character in Tekken 8 who you can call honest and not get hundreds of people disagreeing with you. And one of the main reasons for that is because of the definition. If you ask me, an honest character, at its core, is a character who heavily relies on core Tekken fundamentals. I could make a whole video on this topic as well, but just to cover the short version, these fundamentals are generally accepted as being widely by so many different people.
Before we go forward,
that agreeing on a character being honest is basically impossible these days. There's not one.
Okay. So this topic right here about characters being honest and what does it mean to be honest? From this guy's perspective, this is what he views it.
Single character in Tekken 8 who you can call honest and not get hundreds of people disagreeing with you. And one of the main reasons for that is because of the definition. If you ask me, an honest character, at its core, is a character who heavily relies on core Tekken fundamentals. I could make a whole video on this topic as well, but just to cover the short version, these fundamentals are generally accepted as being spacing, timing, movement, poking, and defense and whiff punishing.
So, this is considered broadly the core fundamentals of Tekken. When people say core fundamentals, they were talking about if you don't know the opponent that you're playing, then you're playing using these techniques specifically. You're using these strengths right here to or right there to define, like to win the match. And even if you know the matchup, you're going to be using these strengths or these techniques in order to actually win the game anyways. You have to be good at these things in order to be like actually get better at the game. These are fundamental to being good at the game. So this is his perspective on it. And I, for the most part, agree. I think that this is a great perspective on it. However, defense is the one that I don't entirely agree on. I think that defense is actually not only not fundamental, I think that offense is more fundamental than defense. It's easier for people to press buttons. It's harder for people to not press buttons. So I think that fundamentally, it's more difficult to be to block in the game. So I don't entirely agree with it being a fundamental. That said, it makes sense why it's in this category. I just don't personally agree, but it's fine. I'm not gonna, die on this hill and say that I'm right and he's wrong. I think it's perfectly reasonable to put it in as a fundamental category. I think that like movement and poking and spacing and timing, they all apply to defensive mechanics. You can use all of these strengths over there can apply to defensive mechanics. So I think that's why I wouldn't include the word defense. I would say that offense is a better, would be a better fundamental, but I wouldn't put offense in here in the first place. I think that the 4 at the top is the more important component.
With those last ones being super broad. An honest character implies that the character you pick isn't doing the work for you, and you are actively outplaying your opponent to get the win. Your character was just a tool to achieve this with, not the reason you won. This definitely.
I do not like this perspective of someone's character being dishonest or honest, that the character carries you unless the character is genuinely broken. I think that a character can only carry you if the character is actually super fucking top tier, and that's the only reason why. Not because the character has a gimmick or if you look at the terminology of a move that is a gimmick, it means literally that the move can be beaten with a single solution. It is an easy move to defeat, but a powerful move despite the fact that it's powerful. So, a lot of moves in this game are gimmicky in its nature, whether your character is genuinely honest or not.
Definition immediately eliminates a couple of things. achieve for you, and you are actively outplaying your opponent to get the win. Your character was just a tool to achieve this with, not the reason you won. This definition immediately eliminates a couple of things. Gimmicky unpopular characters are out. There's quite a few unpopular characters that basically none of us know how to deal with. I still have no idea what Zafina does, and characters like these are pretty much impossible to beat unless you spend a ton of time to thoroughly understand them.
I don't agree with that. No, you can beat these characters. Yeah, they are utilizing your lack of knowledge against you, and that lack of knowledge is going to beat you in the game because of the fact that you don't know what you're looking at. But you don't need a thorough understanding of these characters, even like characters like Zafina. Yeah, it might be the reason why you're losing, but you can win using fundamentals. You can beat them using fundamentals. It's just going to be a lot harder in the prospect of it. So you're dealing with two things at the same time: the lack of knowledge, but you can learn something with that lack of knowledge in real time. It's just going to be a lot harder.
Characters like these are generally built around confusing the opponent and throwing a ton of stuff at them that they've likely never seen before. Low, mid, high strings, weird animations, gimmicky setups and flowcharts. I'm sure you guys have experienced these many times. But our definition also excludes overpowered characters. Characters who are previously considered relatively honest, like Tekken 7 Dragunov, are now considered to be kind of the opposite of that, with Dragunov having a range of very overtuned moves. And I guarantee there's people typing in the comments right now about how Dragunov was never honest in Tekken 7, what are you talking about? And also people typing that Dragunov is super honest here in Tekken 8. This is the problem. In a game like Tekken, excluding characters with matchup checks and the top tiers essentially excludes everyone.
I don't agree with that. I think that only applies to top tiers. Dishonest characters, I don't think is a great terminology that people are using in fighting games, and the reason why is because there's no such thing as an honest fight. You know, like, it's the purpose of the game is to win, to delete the other player's health. That's the purpose of the game. So if you're playing the game any other way, you're making the game more difficult on yourself, and you only got yourself to blame. So the real approach to this, honestly, is which characters are easier, and does their strength between characters that are easier to use versus characters that are more execution heavy, where's the risk and reward between them? Because if you make characters that are like more hard to use and they're strong characters off the bat, just because they're more hard to use doesn't change the fact that they shouldn't be super overtuned. I think a perfect example of this is, my understanding is Akuma in Tekken 7. I never played Tekken 7 that much at all, but I saw plenty of tournaments of Akuma dominating the game, and every professional player still attunes that attests that he is still the best character in the game despite his countless nerfs. And that comes down to the factor that the character himself is just not designed for the game. So what is that about? That's about the factor that the character himself is overtuned, and he doesn't belong in the game. The game wasn't built for him. So that's a problem. That should include the factor that should exclude them from being a quote-unquote honest character. But ultimately, at the end of the day, just because the character is hard to use doesn't change the fact that he's still overtuned. And just because a small percentage of players can use it doesn't change that factor. So where do we put that scale? It's somewhere in between. It's an easy character should be less powerful than a more execution heavy character, but not because the character is themselves weak. It's the move. So like, let's say that one character has an execution heavy move and one character has an easier version of the move. Well, the easier version of the move should be weaker than the move that is more difficult. However, the characters themselves should be at the same level of strength. So this character who has an easier version of this move should have other strengths that make up for that fact that this move is weaker than the harder execution move. That's the way it should work. So that way both the characters find themselves in the same middle ground. Yeah, this character has easier versions than this character, but this character has certain weaknesses that define that character's like element. That way you're actually outplaying the player. You know how to beat this character because this character has defined weaknesses. And it's the same thing with the character that has the higher execution. The character that has the higher execution should have defined weaknesses, and sometimes that execution is part of the weakness. So that should be all those things that should be taken into account. And that's where I think that some of the things that they did with the heat system is smart, like making certain execution moves easier because it brought these characters that had that execution barrier closer together. So that way now it's just like attuning the move strength themselves. So I think that the heat system creating that experience is actually great. Like creating that, like reducing that skill gap a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, was a really smart idea.
At least in someone's eyes. And you also have to consider the skill differential between the Tekken community. If you watch a Tekken tournament, you might think every character looks pretty honest. That's because these are professional players who've been playing for almost all of their lives.
Yeah.
They know what every character does, and a lot of times don't have to worry about any of this stuff. But for the other 99.9% of the community, yeah, we're gonna struggle against certain characters. That's just the nature of fighting games. Which is why I'll say again, you'll never have everyone agree on a character being honest in the Tekken community. It's pretty much impossible. Let's take a look at Paul Phoenix, for example. Paul has historically been considered an honest character by most pro players and content creators. He's a single-hit, timing-based character who relies on making reads of when you're going to press a button, scoring a counter hit, and then converting with his very high damage. This has always been Paul's playstyle, so I was pretty surprised to find out that Paul was actually hated by a surprisingly large amount of people who think he's...
I'm in that category. I recognize that he's an honest character. I just find him very obnoxious to fight against. I don't think that he's like quote unquote dishonest. I think that the character's high damage is super overwhelming. That he has a what I call a robbery factor, like kind of like Kazuya, where the damage is so fucking high that like you could be winning by like slowly chipping down the character, and like your neutral is just so much better than him. But he made one right read, one right call. He made the one time that he did the Zangief SPD and he fucking stole the game from you. Just that one right correction. And that can feel like robbery, and that can make the character feel dishonest on the receiving end. Now, obviously, on the player side of things, the one that's using them, they're like, well, I had to work really hard to get that one hit in. I had to wait and look for that opening and really just get it right. And they're not wrong for that. But I'm in the category where I genuinely feel like Paul is one of the most obnoxious characters to fight against because of that, because his damage output is crazy high. I don't feel that way about Kazuya, because like as much as like Kazuya's damage is really high, his moves are very like circumstantial, while like Paul's Death Fist can be used in a lot of really good situations. Like it may be a keep out tool, but it's a really fucking good keep out tool. Like none of Kazuya's tools are as good as Paul's like fucking Death Fist, even with heat mode. Like Paul's got very good tools. That said, I still think that like if someone was to ask me genuinely, is Paul an honest character or not, I would say yeah, of course he is. He plays the fundamentals of Tekken. That's the design of the character. But I still fucking hate him. He's one of the few honest characters in the game that I genuinely hate fighting against. Like, I really despise fighting Paul.
Very dishonest, claiming that his broken damage and safe launcher and counter hit options exclude him, along with him having some other gimmicky options that low-level Paul players love to use, like spamming his trooper roll, ultimate tackle, hop kick into 4 more hits, and whatever this string is. I'm sure you guys have seen it a lot. I hope you're starting to understand that there's no winning here in a game.
So, let's talk about that. He's got high damage, safe launchers,
options exclude him, along with him having some other
and insane damage on counter hit. That can be part of the reason why he can be so overwhelming. That can be part of the reason why he's like exhausting to fight against. But it doesn't change the fact that the player that's using him had to think through multiple steps to get to that point. So it levels out the playing field. I think that Paul is like a perfectly designed character in terms of like this perfect blend between strengths and weaknesses. And I think that Tekken 8, like reducing that skill gap just the right amount, makes it where characters like Kazuya would always be traditionally like outshadowed by Paul in previous iterations. Like Paul was always better than Kazuya in almost every category in previous entries, because Paul can do what Kazuya wished he could do. because he's just got a better fundamentals game, an easier fundamentals game. He's basically, in a lot of ways, an easier version of Kazuya, except without the oppressiveness that Kazuya's got. Like, they're on opposite ends of the spectrum, because Paul's a more defensive character while Kazuya's a more aggressive character. However, the thing about Paul is that Paul plays the same game like mindset, where you have to like set up the moves, you have to use that same mental mental process that you're looking for.
Gimmicky options that low-level Paul players love to use, like spamming his trooper roll, ultimate tackle, hop kick into 4 more hits, and whatever this string is. I'm sure you guys have seen it a lot. I hope you're starting to understand that there's no winning here. In a game where each character has a minimum of 100 moves, every character will have some weird stuff that you haven't seen before.
Exactly.
And some people will always abuse that. Does this mean no character is truly honest? Well, yeah, kind of. Pretty much every character that I would consider honest definitely has some gimmicky stuff. Shaheen.
Yes, that is the point that I'm trying to make here, is that there is no such thing as a character in Tekken ever, for the most part. I mean, at least, okay, I'm gonna just say in Tekken 8, not necessarily Tekken in its entire franchise lifetime, but and definitely in Tekken 8, there's no character that doesn't have at least a gimmick that is bullshit. Kazuya has one, despite the fact that I think that he might be the most honest character in the game. I think that Kazuya has tons of bullshit moves, like Shikude, which is really fucking toxic. It's a really fun move, but it's toxic as fuck. Additionally, Kazuya's down 1+2, the one where he like hits low with his fist and it causes a pop-up. That can cost you half your health on counter hit. It's as good as Jin's down 2, except Jin's is like fucking tracking, so Jin's is better in every capacity. That's the one thing they need to do with Jin's down 2 is remove the tracking on it and it'll be fine. It'll work just like Kazuya's and it'll be in the right place. But Kazuya's is really fucking good. It's degenerate as fuck. And that's a gimmick that is really bullshit. So he has a few degenerate moves that make him pretty fucking like ridiculous. And I've got no problem with that. It's perfectly reasonable to have characters need degenerate moves every once in a while. Like Kazuya has so many moves right here on this end of the spectrum. He has so many moves over here that are so demanding executional wise. He needs a few that are degenerate over here to balance that out, and that makes the character feel more in line with the rest of the cast in Tekken 8, because every character needs a few degenerate moves. Some characters in Tekken 8 have way more of the degenerate moves than like quote unquote honest moves, and that's where the characters like get pushed a little bit further in the spectrum of being higher in the tier list. And that's kind of what's happening.
Has his charge up and dumb heat stuff. Claudio has his heat while running 2 and strings, I guess? I don't know, I got a lot of comments saying that Claudio can't be considered honest because of this stuff. I don't really get it, but a lot of people think that. It's like everyone has a reason for why a character is not honest and why you didn't earn your win. And it's pretty funny seeing the back and forth with people trying to justify
That's because people don't want to lose.
If you ask me,
and they don't want to accept the responsibility of losing.
Tekken 8, even after his recent buffs. He relies.
And I'm guilty of it the same way that everyone else in the world is. The reality is, the reason why people are claiming that this character is not honest, that character is not honest, is because you don't want to take on the responsibility of the loss, because it fucking sucks. It sucks losing, and it's hard to blame yourself. And that's just the reality of the situation, is that it's just what's happening. If you wanted to beat that character, all the characters in this game have a really viable chance at winning, no matter how bad they are. They have a reasonable. This game is pretty well balanced in its current iteration. I wouldn't say it was on launch, but it was pretty well balanced. It's pretty well balanced right now, so every character has a pretty decent chance at winning. That said, there's still some reasonable nerfs to be made. There's some reasonable buffs to be made. That is the nature of video games in general. There is no such thing as a perfectly balanced video game, a competitive game at that. But it comes down to the major component of how do we accept a loss in general, and it's our psyche trying to protect us from taking on the fact that we made a mistake, because it's hard to accept that we made a mistake, so it's easier to blame something else external from us. And you know what, there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. That defense mechanism is there on purpose to protect us. It's there for a reason. Now, it's not okay to make it personal. You know, obviously, like, you can bitch about, oh, that character's fucking busted, this character's busted, that's the only reason why you won. You can think that internally and cope with that internally. That's a coping mechanism that's acceptable. It's not acceptable to do that in person or to, like, accuse another player of being fucking dishonest because they did something they weren't supposed to do or some shit like that when the game enabled it in the first place. Blame the game, not the fucking player.
Relies on having very strong movement and execution with his electric, has a complete lack of panic buttons, forcing him to block far more than other characters, doesn't have any gimmicky weird strings or setups, and relies more so on implementing mind games to set up his 50-50. Like, this character should be as honest as it gets in my opinion, but a lot of people hate him and think the nature of him having a 50-50 that forces you to guess in some situations means he's somehow not honest.
And the reason why people feel that way is because of the inherent nature of a 50-50. What does a 50-50 mean? It means you have a coin toss of a chance of losing. So if you talk to two different players, you're gonna get two different responses about what they think is actually more skillful. Setting up a 50-50 where the person has to guess, and by them guessing right or wrong, the person is rewarded. This person is rewarded or penalized? Or is it more skillful to not put 50-50s and just chip away at the opponent using proper spacing and just using your tools of space control? Is that more skillful? These are polar opposites in the game about what is considered to be skillful, and that is part of what makes Tekken such a complicated game. But not just Tekken, 3D fighting games in general, because the 3D space creates a whole new layer of gameplay thought processes that is considered fundamental, and that changes the game a lot, because 50-50s in 2D fighting games require very peculiar setups. It usually requires a wall or a specific sequence of attacks that you can learn about. And if you get thrown into a 50-50, usually once or twice, you can learn about it, and then that 50-50 is now like, okay, now I can just kind of, I know what to expect. But in Tekken, there's so many different kinds of 50-50s that can occur, and it's so frequent to occur. So people are gonna feel that the 50-50s are more cheap than just space control and just, you know, chipping away, death by 1,000 cuts, slowly chipping away at the person using spacing movements. Because, you know, the thing about 50-50s is that they can lead to a spiral, like a downward spiral, you know, where you have to keep guessing. And that's why people feel that way.
Someone has a reason why every character is cheap and unfair, and that's unfortunately just part of the Tekken community. People hate characters in this game.
Not necessarily part of the Tekken community, it's part of the human condition. That's really what it is.
Than any other fighting game I've played, and hopefully you've seen that through some of my videos recently. Hating sells. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you guys are enjoying this and want to see more scripted Tekken 8 videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free to do and only takes
Definitely
like 2 seconds.
This guy makes great content. I really love his shit.
My dreams of
we'll be watching
hopefully
more
one
of this
day
shit in
doing
the
this as a
future.
job. Thank you guys so much, and let's get back to the video. I think the term honest is pretty dumb the way it's currently being used, as it kind of assumes everyone is on the same level, and as I mentioned earlier, that's certainly not the case. The majority of us in the community don't go to tournaments. We just play online. And if you go online and face a Paul who spams this random garbage, then you're probably not going to have a great impression of Paul, are you? I think the term honest should more so apply to high-level play and above. In high-level Tekken, let's say Tekken God and above, you aren't going to get away with using Paul or Claudio's random unsafe strings. You're going to get blown up for it. So you get forced to play the character the way the pros do, or at least something similarly resembling that, which is generally a very honest playstyle. Good movement, poking, good defense while you look for whiffs and counter hits. Pretty simple. But this high-level rule doesn't eliminate every character. There are certainly characters in the high ranks, all the way to the top of offline tournaments, who get away with some pretty crazy character-specific stuff, to the point where it's pretty clear the character is doing a lot of heavy lifting for them. The gimmicky stuff definitely eases out the higher level you go, but it's always still there to an extent. And remember, a lot of people consider broken top tiers to be cheap and dishonest too, and most pro players will tell you that it's the smartest move to pick the best character. So then you could argue all the pro players are dishonest for playing the best characters. Do you see why this argument can just keep going forever? So here's my solution to the honest definition problem. The term should die for the majority of Tekken players.
I agree.
It really doesn't apply to most of us.
And I think that the reason why people use the terminology like honest, especially like top players, and I'm not talking about like professional players, I'm talking about high level Tekken players, prominent players, even like Mayman Sui, who I think makes amazing content. He uses this language too. I think this language sucks personally. Not that, you know, that means Mayman Sui doesn't mean that Mayman sucks. I think he's an awesome content creator and I love his shit. I watch it all the time. But I think the terminology itself sucks. And the reason why I think that the terminology itself sucks is because it's just the idea that people don't earn their win. I think that the better terminology that should be used is risk, reward, and effort. That is it. The character that requires more effort should be offered more reward. The character that requires less effort should be offered less reward. And the characters that have higher risk should always be offered a greater reward, but a high risk that counters that. So that's the big component. And characters that have lower risk or lower effort and have high rewards must have the rewards reduced comparatively to characters that have higher effort and lower rewards. Now, obviously, we would like to use a single terminology to describe that. That's what a lot of people are going to say, that's what honest means, you know? But here's the problem with it. Your definition of honest versus that person's definition of honest is never gonna fucking make sense because everyone has a different definition of what is more honest. Is it more honest to have a vortex that puts you in a 50-50, or is it more honest to have a character that slowly chips away at your health and slowly picks you apart? That's going to be a differing opinion. So I think that the best approach about it is just to simply say that this character is easier and this character is harder. That's as simple as that. And the harder character should have greater rewards for the more risky moves that they do or the more effort that the moves do. And that's as simple as that.
The reality is the lower ranks are going to be a clown fiesta of spam and gimmicks. This is not new to Tekken 8, it's always been this way, and even so-called honest characters will find a way to cheese you. At that level, you probably don't know any matchups anyway, so what does it matter who's honest or not? Sure, there's always going to be characters who win more than others. The win rate stats in all ranks is actually pretty good data for this. But when you're at a level where neither player knows what's going on or knows any of the matchups, I don't think it's a term worth using. Instead, I think it's better to use easy and difficult. As if you ask me, it's pretty objective.
I agree. Hey, we agree. I totally agree with them. Hey.
Some characters are easier than others. It just seems like the term honest is what's triggering people. Let's stick to easy and difficult to classify.
I don't care if people are getting triggered by the word honest. I just think that the terminology itself sucks. I don't care how people feel. I think people getting upset about it is being silly too. But I think the terminology sucks because no one can agree on what is honest. So simplify the conversation and cut out the middleman and just make it as simple as possible, which is this character is easy to use, so the rewards are disproportionate for how easy it is. This character is more difficult to use. The rewards need to be proportionate for how difficult that is to use. It's as simple as that.
Characters. But oh wait, Kazuya is actually easy if you think about it because Devil Fist and his 50-50 is so cheap and it's just so unfair. I can't do this again. In multiplayer games like this, it's impossible to get anyone to agree on anything. The reality is, just like every multiplayer game, people are gonna hate characters. And I think us as a community have to be more...
Yeah, but I think that argument, let's go back to that argument as a matter of fact.
In multiplayer, Fist and his 50-50 is so cheap and it's just so unfair.
Okay, so Kazuya is actually easy because of his Devil Fist, and 50-50 is so broken, so OP, anyone can play him and win. This is a fallacy and it's a stupid argument, so why acknowledge it? It's not an argument that's based on the factor of like, hey, we can't agree on something. Like, for example, what is more skillful, spacing and death by 1,000 cuts, or vortexing and set, using set play? People are not going to be able to agree on those things because both have marital arguments. Both of them have legitimate arguments to be made. However, this is a stupid argument, so that's why this argument doesn't make sense. It's not about, this is not, people are going to make stupid arguments regardless if you have merit or not. There's no stopping that, so don't even worry about that. I think easy and difficult is a perfect terminology to use because everyone can agree. Is Kazuya easy to use? I gotta take a sip of water because my voice is getting dry. Is Kazuya easy to use? Of course he's not. And you want to know why he's not? Because the movement and execution that is required is something that is very difficult and time-consuming to obtain. Even the person that is claiming that can't do it themselves. Guarantee it they can't. So it's not. But you can't use the word honest to describe it, because a person that could do it, like, imagine a player that could do this ability, but they still think that poking is a more skillful than vortexing. They have a legitimate point, because they can do both. And they think that poking is more skillful because it requires more forethought and whatever the hell they're thinking of. There's a legitimate point to say that poking is more skillful than vortexing or set play. There's a legitimate argument to be made about that. So honest is just not a great terminology to use.
I can't do this again. In multiplayer games like this, it's impossible to get anyone to agree on anything. The reality is, just like every multiplayer game, people are gonna hate characters. And I think us as a community have to be more accepting of that. You shouldn't feel the need to go out on an all-out war when someone on Twitter calls your main easy or dishonest. Who cares? Whether it's true or not true, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're having fun with the game and enjoying your character, who cares what anyone else thinks?
Good luck doing that. That's never gonna fucking happen. You wanna know why? Because people are people. It's the human condition, and Twitter fucking sucks. That's just the truth. People are gonna bitch. And even if Twitter didn't fucking exist, you know what people are gonna go to? They're gonna go to gaming forums. They're gonna go on YouTube themselves and post their own videos about how pissy they are about these things. People are gonna go to the comment sections about how fucking wrong you are. The reality of the situation is people have strong opinions, and they're gonna voice them anyway, so don't give a fuck about what anyone else thinks.
I know this game is stressful, and I know this game can be annoying sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's a game. You're supposed to enjoy yourself. Anyway, that's about all I got.
Agreed about that. And you know what? If people are worried about people like Main Man or any prevalent content creators having influence over the game's development, the truth of the matter is, even though I'm sure the developers are watching their videos and listening to them to a certain degree, I'm guaranteed they're not actually having that much impact on the developers' actual input about what should be changed. What the developers are really looking for is whether or not something is in the best interest of the game itself. And sometimes the developers are wrong, and they will undo things or redo things or change things. How many times have developers, in this game in particular, have done things where the community was like, why the fuck would you do that? They did it a lot. They did it a lot already, and this game just came out not that long ago, a few months ago. And they've already done that a shit ton of times. Now, they made a big win with this most recent patch where a lot of people are very happy with it because it, opened up the gameplay, formula a lot more. But there was a lot of things that they did that people said that is really fucking questionable. That's just the nature of it. So if you want to bring it, don't get mad at the fucking guys don't get mad at the content creators for voicing their opinions. Let them voice their opinions. If you're gonna get mad, bring it to the fucking developers. It's their job. I'm not saying be toxic towards them. Just voice your opinion and let them know it. And be respectful of it. If you end up making your point and act like a fucking ass, you know what the developer's gonna do? They're gonna ignore it, and they're not gonna actually take your input seriously. So don't be an ass about it. If you think you can mob a director into submission, you're very fucking wrong. What they're more likely going to do is double down and not do anything about it. If you think I'm wrong about that, look at how many AAA publishers still are making shitty video games that have high monetizations. Do you think they give a fuck that you're raining down negativity on them? No. What they care about is bad PR. That's what they don't want, because then it could bring the government down on their neck or hurt their sales or hurt their investors and shit like that. That's stuff that they care about. But developers don't give a fuck about shit like that. They're just trying to make a game that they can enjoy and that their community enjoys and people will love. That's it. So be respectful to them whenever they do, listen to feedback. If you want your voice heard, the best way of doing it is being respectful.
Enjoyed this video.
Okay, that's the end of this video. Again, I'm gonna reference who this guy is. His name is Bogard MG. You can find him on YouTube. He makes great fighting game content, a lot of great fighting game video essays. Lots of great shit. Highly recommend him. Please subscribe to this guy. Makes some really fun stuff, and I really enjoy his input on things. I don't agree with everything he says. There's some things that I disagree on. That's perfectly fine. I'm sure he's a chill ass guy, and he probably doesn't give a fuck about what I think. But I think that he makes great videos. And that's all that matters. And you should subscribe to him. All right. Well, I think we're gonna take a break and we're gonna wrap up for the day. I'll be back on again tomorrow or later, depending on how everything works out for me. I am gonna review this stream so that way I can see if whether or not this setup works. If it does work out well for me, then I will be using this setup on Metro Exodus, so that way we can have more fun that way. I'm changing up my layout a lot. You'll notice that I've finally established like hotkeys, and I'm learning some new techniques on my recording side of things and streaming side of things. Like I'm able to like make myself really big right now and make myself really small right now, and I'm having a lot of fun like learning new things and playing around with my settings. And now I can actually change shit while I'm playing with playing Metro Exodus, because like what I had to do when I was playing Metro Exodus or any of those older games, I had to literally exit out of the game in order to fuck with my settings, and I did not like that. It really made the experience really painful. Now I don't have to fucking do that with hotkeys, and people are probably telling me on the chat or whatever else when they're thinking and watching this shit, of course you can fucking do that. How did you never know that? I'm learning this shit as I go, so I'm just glad to know about it and just be happy that I can do it now. So it's just whole part of the process and part of the learning process. But yeah, I've been having fun with that. But yeah, this is where we'll wrap up for the day. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We'll be back again later in the future. Hopefully you guys had fun. Till then, I'll catch you guys at the next stream. Bye-bye.